Oh, I have to let everybody in. All right. So, as I said before, we're going to be doing open forum on this one. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. And then, Alex, I know you had your hand up first, but, I'm a gentleman. So we're going to take Amber first, then Alex, then Shine Media, then we'll get to your question. All right, Amber, what's up? What are we doing?
Hey, I just have a situation with, I guess we can start with the deal underwrite.
Okay. What kind of deal is it?
This is going to be, it's seller finance, but she's behind on back taxes, like a lot.
Uh-oh. All right. What's the total purchase price?
I'm pulling it up here. Hold on, I'm sorry. My window was on my phone. Mm, sheets. All right. So I'm kind of made an adjustment for her because she was asking for a higher down payment, which
Okay.
I by now I feel like I know how to make it work. But anyway, um, okay. So the purchase price initially popped up as 302,500, which I would leave at 303. But I bumped it to 305.
Oh, you bumped it to 305. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Seller finance is 280. Down payment is 27.
Okay.
Long term rent is 1,800. Short term is 3K.
Nice. Okay.
And then let's
Realtor
see.
commission.
No,
All right. Tax and
uh,
insurance.
4173 taxes.
4173. Okay.
And then insurance is 1155.
HOA.
Nope.
Okay.
I have the payment right now at 700.
700 for the payment.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, my ear's dying. Hold on. Okay. Can you hear
All
me?
right. Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you. Okay. So your deal is, it works as a long term, but it's much better as a short term, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, your entry fee percentage is good. How much in back taxes?
Ooh, 20,000 plus. So that's why I have the down payment at 27.
Okay. So then is she aware that even though the contract says 27, she's only actually going to walk away with 7?
Why? Oh, because of her back taxes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. If I was
yeah.
going to take those
Okay.
taxes.
So that's literally why I did it that way, so that she could take care of the back taxes, still get, some form of payment,
Mm-hmm.
and still have that purchase price or the seller finance amount over time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
You're good. Your thinking on that was perfect.
oh my God. Okay. You didn't make my day, but thank you, because this kind of just verifies that I am definitely on the right track. Okay.
Yep. You got it.
Okay. So right now, actually, if I were to send, what do we call it? Send the offer.
Mm-hmm.
Let me calm down because I get excited and I get crazy. um, if I send her the offer, I focus on the short term portion, and this is going to be something that I present through your dispo. You're okay with that?
Yeah. What city is it in?
It's outside of Dallas.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. But you don't have to present to the seller that it's going to be a short-term rental
Mm-hmm.
because the numbers don't change. Whether we do short-term, long-term, mid-term, fix and flip, it still doesn't change our numbers. The purchase price is
Okay.
going to be 305. She's going to get 27, but she's actually only going to get around 7 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the deal's still the
Okay.
same. So right now,
Okay.
you just send a contract or the
Nice.
offer.
And then lastly, when it comes to the payments per month,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want you to play with that a little bit so I can see how far I can stretch it. I did it, of course, and I got up to 1,200, which it brought it down drastically, the cash on cash. So I put it
Mm-hmm.
back at 7. I don't want to be too nice, I guess is uh where my current struggle is.
Well, don't look at it as being nice or not nice. Look at the numbers. The numbers
Hmm.
are impartial. They're not mean. They're not nice. They just are. So
Hmm.
right now, as it stands, what the numbers are is the buyer would be getting about $6,000 a year in cash flow, which is pretty decent. Even if I go up to $1,000, now they're only getting $200 a month.
200.
Yeah, because now the yearly cash flow is only 20. See, your cash on cash return is good, but
Hmm.
when you look at the actual cash flow, what this is saying is that every year, when all this is said and done, their profit is going to be $2,400 a year, which is $200
Ah,
a month.
by 12. Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So if we get this back up to 700, now
Hmm.
we're closer to $500 a month. That's much
Okay.
better.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. That's
So
all
I
I
yeah,
have.
I would leave it
Nice.
or go up super slow.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Perfect.
Thanks.
No problem. Alex, what's up, man? Oh, you're muted if you're
Oh,
talking, bro.
yeah, my bad, my bad. What's up, Sean? How you doing?
Fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I'm in a little dilemma right now. I got this deal. The lady, we keep going back and forth. She's I'm just confused if I should let it go or if I should just keep going.
Okay.
Um,
What kind of deal
it,
is it?
seller finance.
All right. And then what's the issue?
Oh,
What is the
when I sent the initial offer, it was at 0%, and then when she sent me the contract, it stated 6%. So then I negotiated, and then she wanted a five. So the purchase price,
wait,
uh,
hold on. Back
okay,
up for a second.
okay,
The offer that you sent was at 0%,
uh-huh.
and then you sent an offer that had 6%.
No, she sent me the
He
she
sent you a contract with
contract
6% on it.
six
Okay, got
percent.
you.
Yes.
Okay,
So
keep going.
as I was looking at the contract, I saw the 6%, and I was like, okay, so we got to negotiate that. And then also um, they were being they wanted, so the total purchase price is 792, and then
Mm-hmm.
they wanted a 5-year balloon. Obviously, that's not possible.
Yeah,
Um,
that's pushing it by a whole lot.
e- exactly. So then I said, look, can we do at least an 8 to 10 year balloon? And then they
Mm-hmm.
finally agreed to it. And then basically, I negotiated the interest down, and I said, look, so I came in at 55 down,
Mm-hmm.
um, and they then when I saw the interest, I said, okay, so look, I'll do 70 down if you can guys can just do 0% interest. So now where we're at is she's firm on she wants to do 4% interest, um, and 70 down. But when I run the numbers, it looks like it's negative cash flow.
All right, let's take a look at it. So
Okay,
what's the purchase price? 792.
792.
Okay, and then you said 70 down.
Yes,
Okay, so what is that? 712,000?
722. If I'm not mistaken.
No, it was 22. Okay, and then 70 grand down. What's the rent?
The rent is 4,600.
Okay, are we paying realtor commissions?
No.
Okay, taxes and insurance.
Taxes is 3,957.48,
Okay,
and insurance is 3,024.
okay, and then what's the payment that Deal Sniper said we should give?
The payment that Deal Sniper said the monthly payment would be 1,500.
Okay, and then you're saying that they want on this deal 4%.
Yes.
All right, so 4% will be a payment of $3,446. So 3,446. Yep, it's a negative 1.4 cash on cash return. Whoever buys this house at these terms would be losing $1,400 a year.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd let it go. It's not going to work.
Okay. Yeah, it's just.
I mean, you can. I guess I shouldn't say let it go too simply. Here's what I would do. I'll give you some advice. Take a screenshot of this. Put your deal in. Obviously, you said you came up with a negative cash on cash return, so you put the numbers in correctly. So take a screenshot of this. Do they know you're wholesaling the deal?
Yes. You know
Okay.
some wholesale.
And they know you're representing buyers who are going to do a buy and hold.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been super transparent with everything.
Perfect. Well done. Take a screenshot of this middle box here after it's all filled out where it shows the negative cash on cash return and send it to the realtor and say, look, there's no investor in the world that's going to buy a deal that's losing $1,400 a year. And then you need to have an alternative on deck. So you started off with 1,500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which it should stop right there because you've already gone up on the down payment.
Down payment, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So it really should stop right there. I don't even like typing these numbers in. Technically, you could do 1,750 and still be good with a deal this size. And just so everybody knows, when you guys, and I don't mean to single you out, but it is 792,000, so I got to bring it up.
Oh, you put 800 and 2,000.
No, that's including the assignment fee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like see, the entry fee is 80,000. That's 70,000 to the seller, 10,000 to you.
Okay, so I need to start. That's probably why my numbers look a little weird because I didn't put that in there. Okay.
Well, it'll auto calculate. It'll do it for you. So see, it's 792 here, then it'll just add these two together on this page for you. All this is formula. If your formula is messed up, just delete your copy and download a new one.
Okay.
So anyway, like I was saying, when you guys are targeting these properties, I know that I say that 350,000 should be your max, but let me give you guys a scenario. When you're dealing with on-market properties, 99% of the time, they're going to ask for a balloon. Not the seller, the real estate agent, because the real estate agent knows what's going on. And even if they don't understand creative financing as a whole, they know what a balloon is and the benefit to the seller. So you're always going to come across a balloon. You can give a lower balloon, the lower the purchase price. And I have seen a lot of deals crumble where the seller, the realtor are on board with creative financing. They're good with the terms. The only issue is they want a balloon, but the purchase price is $500,000 and the only balloon you can do is 10 years. And they don't want that. If the purchase price was $150,000, you can do a 3-year balloon, no problem. So keep that in mind when you're searching for your properties that you're going to put offers in on. The lower the price, the lower your balloon range is. So if that's your biggest hang up, go for properties that are cheaper because you can do balloons on cheaper properties that are smaller because the bigger property, the bigger balloon. Anyway, so does that answer your question, Alex?
Yeah, it's sometimes it's like I came across another one in it was in Texas and it was an awesome property. Like it's cash flow is crazy. And then I made an offer. The lady was like, they were asking like 750, I think it was. And I came in above, of course, and they talking about they want 139,000 down with 6% interest and a 3-year balloon. I said, yo, like, I don't know where they be coming up with these numbers. I'm like, y'all don't think about the other side, Like I understand, like what you said, like the realtors kind of know what's going on, but it's like they just come up with these unrealistic numbers.
I mean, you got to remember, real estate agents, they should not be our enemies. We should be working together. You guys got to keep it in perspective. A real estate agent, their main concern is not you or the deal, and it's not even the house. It's the seller. They signed a contract with the seller.
Yeah.
So if the seller has already said no 1,000 times to a creative offer, or they've already had that conversation with the seller before the property went live. Hey, we don't want any creative offers. We just want cash. It's the real estate agent wants to sell the house too. They want to get paid. It's not them saying no. It's the seller. It's not the
No,
real estate
no,
agent
they
proposing.
were already
It's
they
the
were
seller.
already offering it. They were already offering it in the listing. It said
Oh, you got to
it's
be careful with those. Yeah, when you guys do keyword searches, I see that in the Discord sometimes. You guys will say just keyword search in Zillow, seller finance. You can, but you got to remember those people who are already up for seller financing aren't looking to work with wholesalers. They're investors who are looking to cash flow. So that's why they're setting the high interest rate and the high down payment, because they're expecting to sell their property to someone who's going to live in it, not another investor.
Mhm.
Because another investor typically would come in with cash if they can. So maybe maybe split your search in half. You can still search seller finance keyword on Zillow or Redfin, but maybe the other half go completely cold from that and just go off of price and how long it's been on market and shoot your offer out.
Okay.
Then you won't have to worry about dealing with crazy terms. Or you got to get real good at explaining to them, hey, I'm wholesaling the deal to investors who are looking to cash flow. Your terms do not cash flow. I can get you a buyer, but you got to change the terms. Are you willing to do that? If they are, then yeah, you can work with them. If they're not, move on. Cool?
Cool, man. Thank you, Sean.
No problem, dude. Shine, what's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What can I do for you?
Hey, how is the PITI determined?
On what?
Just any deal. Just
So are
like
you
what
referring
makes
to
up the PITI?
PITI stands for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So when you get a mortgage, you're paying monthly for part of your payment goes towards the principal, meaning the larger balance that you owe. A part of that is the interest that you're being charged, whatever that interest rate is. And then a
Right.
part of that is your monthly insurance premium to insure your property, and the other part are your taxes. Some people
Okay.
choose to pay their taxes and insurance quarterly. You can pay it monthly, you can pay it quarterly, or you can pay it biannually, or you can pay it annually. Most people pay it monthly, which is their
Okay.
PITI. So anytime you're talking PITI, you're talking about someone who's got a mortgage.
Oh, okay, okay. And just a small percentage of those all goes into like one price.
What do you mean?
Uh
Oh,
a
yes,
small percentage
yes,
of the interest rate,
yeah.
the payment.
A certain portion of that, and that's based off the amortization. The amortization means how many years you're stretching it out over. So, for example, this one that we just did, if you can, oh, let me put this back. Well, hold on. Here, there we go. So, this here is a 0% interest deal, and the seller
Mhm.
finance portion is being amortized over 30 years. Basically, what that means is they're trying to figure out what does the payment need to be in order for us to reach this number in 360 months, which is 30.
Okay. Okay, got it.
And that's how it's figured out based off of what your interest rate is, your balance, this part here. So if you notice, if it was at 0% interest, then we're paying only principal, we're paying $2,000. But if I add 1% interest to that, now we're paying 2,300. So 2,000 of that is the principal, $322 is the interest.
Interest. Okay, got it. Perfect. Appreciate that.
No problem. All right. Who else has got a question? I'm in here for you guys. So if you guys don't have any more questions, we can jump off and we can talk
Hey,
about
Sean, I got a
Discord.
question.
What's up, Zach?
What's up, man? So my question was, is it a good way or good place to search properties? Is Air DNA a good place? Because I see that a lot of people are selling their short-term rentals because certain markets are cracking down on regulations and stuff like that.
Well, when you say search for properties, what do you mean? Like search for leads?
Yeah, search for leads for send out offers online. My bad.
I mean, I feel like if you might come across someone on uh Airbnb that's got their property listed open and they might be interested in selling it. But I don't think Airbnb would be the best place to find leads. If you want to try something like that, try going on like Facebook Marketplace and looking for properties that just went on the market
Yeah.
for rent. And then you're looking for ones that have been flipped, like that have had, that looks like, you know, the floor is brand new, the kitchen's new, the tiles new, everything's new, because that's usually a good indication that the last person who lived there messed that property up. So the landlord just dumped a bunch of money in there. They might be feeling a little sour about that. And you can reach out to them and say, hey, I see your property is listed for rent. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Just out of curiosity, do you have any interest at all in selling this property? If they say yes, then you chat them up and you see if you can make a deal. If they say no, then you thank them for their time and you move on. You can do it that way.
Yeah, that answers my question. Thanks, man.
No problem. Anybody else have a question? All right, perfect. Then I will let you guys go for, oh, what's up, Kevin?
What's up, Sean? How are you?
Fantastic. What can I do for you?
So I kind of mentioned about the balloon thing in the Discord. I was just wondering, like you said originally that the lower the price, lower the balloon amount. Is that what you meant?
Yeah. So, for example, some of the ranges here, I'll show you guys. I think I have it pulled up already. I do. So, if you look at the balloon ranges that I give you guys, look at your purchase price versus your balloon. The higher the purchase price, the higher your minimum balloon. So, if you come across a seller who's willing to do your deal, but they want less than 10-year balloon, which is reasonable. Who the hell wants to wait more than 10 years for their money?
Yeah. Why? Why?
Exactly. If your purchase price is too high, you can't give them the balloon, so the deal's done. But if your purchase price is within range and they want a lower balloon and that's what it takes to seal the deal, you have much more wiggle room for the length of that balloon. That's what I meant. And just so we're on the same page, everyone, your assignment fee is not tied at all to the purchase price. And I take that back. If you're going for a purchase price less than 100,000 and you're trying to make 10 grand on the deal, then yeah, then the purchase price. But if anything over $100,000 purchase price, your assignment fee is not tied to the purchase price. It's tied to the down payment. If you want to make more money on a deal, you need to negotiate a lower down payment, regardless of the purchase price. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about in case anybody's not. First of all, does everyone understand that, or does someone need me to show you what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Can you explain more about that?
Yeah,
Sure. Okay. So let's go back to the calculator. I'm going to put in just a regular deal, something with very simple numbers so we can all follow along. Do $190,000 purchase price. We'll do $10,000 down. And then this will just do 2,500. Doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Okay. So ideally, if you guys have all seen the videos from Deal Sniper 101, the playlist, you know that we want to be as close to 10% of our entry fee as possible, right?
Right.
So if we're doing that, forget about the cash. None of this side matters. I'm not going to change the taxes. That doesn't matter. So what we're telling our buyers is that, hey, if you give me 20 grand, you can get this $210,000 house. And then hopefully this number, all these numbers are good and it's a good deal, right? So that's great. Right. But what if you want to make more money, but you still want to keep your entry fee percentage low to keep your deal attractive? Well, you have to lower the down payment. So if you negotiate a $5,000 down payment, and then now they're seller financing $195,000, that $5,000 is still up for grabs. So now I can add that $5,000 to my assignment fee, and my number is exactly the same. It went up 0.1%. But now I'm making $15,000. The deal's the same for the investor. They don't care. So that's what I mean.
Sense. That makes sense.
So even if this, so let's look at it the other way. Let's say we do this same deal, right? because everyone could say, okay, well, what if they want more money? So let's say you negotiate and they want $20,000 down. Our max is 10% of the purchase price. That's what we can give as a down payment. So we can technically go up to this. Now let me put this back to 10 before I reveal the numbers. So now we're at a 16.29, and that's with us making 10 grand. We don't have any wiggle room to make more money. As a matter of fact, the only way we can make this deal more attractive is to drop our assignment fee.
So like $6,000 or something.
And we're going to test it out right now. I would drop it to at least 7,500 because we want to be at the minimum under. I mean, we want to really be under 10%. We're very close to it, but we want to stay below 15% as much as possible. Never go higher than 20%. And the methodology behind that is our buyers. So for those of you that are new to wholesaling, our buyers come to us for a deal. You have to look at it. What's it like buying a deal from us versus buying a deal traditionally? Okay, so if I want to go buy a property, this one right here in particular, I have to go to a bank. I have to give them a bunch of paperwork, fill out an application. They're going to run my credit. I got to give them a down payment. The down payment's going to be 20%. That's $40,000 plus closing costs. And on top of that, I'm going to have an interest rate that's going to cut into my cash flow. Or I can buy it from a wholesaler and pay a lower entry percentage, ideally half, 10% or very close to it. And hopefully I get a deal with no interest rate, which is going to maximize my cash flow. So if we make our deals the same as them going to the bank, they have no incentive for buying from us. And that starts with our interest rate and our entry fee percentage. If we're pulling the same numbers as a bank, then why would an investor buy from us? That's what you need to keep in the back of your head to determine if you have a good deal. Is this better than the bank? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that answers my question. Just on your current screen, when you put the purchase price, put like, let's see, like $108,000 right now, and see how the number would change.
On the total purchase price is $108,000.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do you want as a down payment?
Put the down payment as is that including the assignment fee?
No. This is the
No.
down payment is what's going to the seller.
Okay. I can't. I believe the down payment was around $7,000, $7,500.
Okay. So $101,000.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And the rent will be, I
Oh,
think,
you
right
want to see
around.
that? You wanted me to run the whole deal? Okay.
Yeah,
ahead.
just write the whole deal. The rent section A will pay, I think, right around $1,600.
Okay. Are we?
I'm
paying
sorry,
realtor
no.
commission?
$1,700. $1,700. Sorry.
Okay. We doing realtor commissions?
Is that for the rental commission? Is that like me paying for it, or is that for the seller going to pay for it?
The buyer will pay for it if we have to charge for it. But if the real estate agent hasn't brought it up, then we don't have to include it.
Yeah, don't include that one.
Okay. What are the taxes and the insurance?
I believe the taxes are right around $72 a month. So,
What city is
and
this in?
the insurance is around, I think, $84 a month.
What city is this in?
And Texas, Lubbock, it's called Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the
It's like,
no, I know where that is.
I'm sorry, what?
What's the monthly payment that Deal Sniper said that we should be giving them, or that you guys negotiated?
Oh, I haven't reached out yet, but what Deal Sniper is telling me is suggesting me, like, I run all clean numbers, but I think it was like $650 a month.
Okay. Your deal looks great. Your entry fee percentage is high, but I would say your cash on cash return justifies your entry fee percentage. My only concern are your taxes and insurance. Taxes is one thing, depending on what the property is zoned as, but Your insurance is usually anywhere from $85 to $125 a month per property. So $82 for the year seems low.
Let me look at it. This hold on.
Is
I'm
it
pretty
$82
I
a month or?
I gotta look and see because that. I mean that's question because I don't know. So sometimes the information can be inaccurate.
It just seems
Come
low
on.
even for a small town like Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah. 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 And the
But I
population
will
too
say
is
this though, if your deal is if your numbers are accurate, let's say the insurance is $84 a year and the taxes are only $72 a year. If that's accurate, then even though your entry fee percentage is high, I still say your deal is pretty good because your cash on cash return, your property essentially, what you're telling an investor is that it's going to pull in about $9,000 a year. Let me ask you this though, what condition is it in?
based upon from what I'm seeing, and I don't want to leak the deal by any chance, but it has been renovated. It
Oh,
with fresh
okay.
paint, updated windows, updated electrical panel, new HVAC, new hardwood flooring, new everything basically. It's been on the market for 190 days. And now they
That's
just lowered it
weird.
yesterday to 98.5.
Offer
So
them do $110,000 purchase price. Yeah,
110.
hold on. Do $110,000 purchase price. Do still kind
Okay,
of low.
sorry to interrupt, but the property tax per month is $52 a month. Homeowner insurance is $72 a month. So that's in
Hmm.
total $124 a month basically.
Okay. All right. If it's accurate, it's accurate. Yeah, I would offer them. I don't like that that's so high, but you're like begging to pay realtor commissions if so it'll be there anyway.
Hey, Sean, if he's saying that the taxes are a month, shouldn't you do that times 12 in the spreadsheet for a
Or
year?
did
Or
wait, did you just say that the taxes were that's $52 that was a month or a year?
So on Redfin it's telling me so the total year is 124, but it says property tax is $52 a month and homeowners insurance is $72 a month.
Gotcha. Okay, then yes, James, if that was you, then yes, you're right. 52 times 12, that's 624. Okay, so I'll leave that for right now. So we'll do 624. And then you said $72 for the other one, right?
Yeah.
So that's 864. Okay.
Now the
Well,
entry fee is high though.
yeah, you're in. That's what I'm saying. I don't like your entry fee, but here's what I'm doing. So a lot of times, or at least this version of me, I like to play chess. So my concern is that you got one or two ways this is going to go if they even go for your offer, because you said you haven't talked to them yet. You're either going to offer them $7,000 now and hope that they don't ask you for realtor commissions, which is probably going to be about $3,000, maybe 3,500 if she's charging 3%.
Right.
Or you can offer them $5,000 now. Actually, yeah, you know what? Now saying it out loud, I would do it this way. Offer them $105,000 now, and then offer them $3,000 in realtor commissions.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, but that increased the entry fee to 17. So
It did, but it raised the probability that they will say yes, because you're going to alter your letter and you're going to say, hey, I see that your property's been listed for, you can word this the way that you want to word it, or just modify what Deal Sniper generates. It's fine. But you're going to add in there somewhere towards the bottom that you'll do a 5-year balloon and you'll cover $3,000 for realtor commissions on behalf of the seller.
okay, so $3,000 for the commission and whatnot. Okay, so
Yep.
that means I'm paying for it basically now.
Well, the buyer is. I mean, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the buyers. Okay.
The buyer
All
is.
right. Yeah.
So
But
here's the methodology behind why I did that, so you can understand when to bend the rules. because your entry fee percentage is high, that's a little bit of a red flag. But this property is going to be bringing in $8,000 a month, and it's already been renovated. I'm assuming it's vacant right now.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
vacant.
Yeah. So, and then Lubbock, Texas is got a pretty decent rental population for single families, which it sounds like this is.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I actually I don't want to give too much away about it, but but it's a good area and it pays good rent as well.
Well, I
for
mean,
me,
as long
so
as you
the-
don't give the address, I mean, nobody here is psychic. Or at least I'm not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the only. What I did increased. If you alter your letter accordingly, then if they're interested, this will boost. It'll give you the highest probability that they will accept your deal. And if they accept your deal, I think you've got a good shot of moving the deal with these numbers.
Yeah. Do you think your buyers would be interested within these numbers by any chance if I give you this deal to dispo or not?
Yeah, the numbers look good. The only thing that we would have to verify is the condition of the property.
All right. I mean, I can send you the link
Well,
to it
get
on
it under
the
contract first, and then we'll focus on that part because I'll teach you how to dispo the deal too, so you can try and get 100% of the deal.
Okay. Now, one more thing. In regards to the assignment fee, do you think, because I know like the average assignment fee would be like 10 grand or something, but what if we factor in within the realtor's commission? Isn't that something or not?
You can absolutely put in the contract that you will cover $3,000. I mean, you don't have to put in the contract this way. It's still going to be in the contract the same way, but you can run the numbers to where you include the realtor's commission in your assignment fee, and
Okay.
in that situation, you are actually paying the commission because you're expecting 10, but of your 10, you've already agreed per the contract to give the real estate agent $3,000 at closing out of your 10.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
All right.
does it make your numbers look better? Yeah, it went from 17 to 14 and a half, but you're going to lose $3,000 at closing.
Right. First deal, what do you think? We're all learning. So what?
I mean, yeah, I still go for it. I mean, and have a conversation with the real estate agent for all you know. And again, this is all speculation. Like, remember, I'm playing chess, so I'm assuming a whole bunch of different outcomes at once. The real estate agent may not ask for any commission at all because the seller has no problem paying them $3,000 out of their money. So we don't know. What we do is we just plan for it. That way, in case it does happen, we can pivot whatever direction we need to pivot in order to move on smoothly. Like, yeah, we already got that covered.
I mean, I definitely do think that the 5-year balloon will definitely work for this deal. I mean,
yeah, you've got
that's just-
a low enough purchase price to do that. Actually, you could probably do a 3-year, but I would definitely keep that in your back pocket.
what's better, the 5-year or 3-year?
For a
What
buyer
do you
or a
think?
seller?
For the buyer,
A 5-year.
5-year.
Yeah, the longer the better. But with purchase price that low, it wouldn't really matter that much anyway.
Yeah, I mean the price is low. I mean, it's been on the market forever. Like literally, no one wants that home anyway. So
I mean, if it's in a good rental market, then yeah, it looks like it could be a good deal.
yeah. Well, I appreciate it, Sean. Thank you so much.
No problem. Amber, what's up?
So earlier we were talking about like repairs versus rehab, and where would replacing light fixtures be placed category wise?
Are the ones that are currently there broken or old?
They are not. They have that orange tint to them. So to me, they're old. But they're in good shape now. It just, to me,
Like, you think they need to be cleaned, maybe change the bulb from soft white to ultra bright white, like that kind of yellow, or just that old like you're watching,
no, I would say
like
it's
you're
a
watching the
cast.
Partridge Family yellow.
Yeah, I think it's just
Okay.
not modern.
Technically, if it's functional, and it's not broken, yeah, I wouldn't count that as rehab for a rental.
Okay.
Some investors might. Some, like me, for any property that I got tenants in, I've rented before, so all the properties are immaculate. Like I'm not having anybody live in garbage. You know what I mean? A lot of people, the guy who taught me how to do all this initially, he's the exact opposite. He spends as little money as possible to rehab a property, put the bare minimum in it so he can get a tenant in there. So a lot of investors are different. I would run the number worst case scenario. That way, I'd rather you have the number and not need it than need that and not have it. You know what I mean? That's what I would do.
How would I run that number? Just kind of Google or
it's on the
figure out
doc.
how much it
It's on the
costs?
document.
Ah, okay.
You guys keep forgetting about that. It's right here.
Yeah. there it is.
Rehab.
And I'm
You can
always
do it
in
by
there,
square
but
footage. I got it in here by square footage, and I even have it broken down by state because every state costs a little bit different for everything.
perfect.
So whatever state you're marketing in, you can literally dial in your numbers real tight.
Okay. Okay. And then where would I subtract that or add? Is that good?
I lost track of where we are in the deal. What are we doing?
I'm just asking, this is just an example. So would I subtract the like if it needs light fixtures, updated light fixtures, electric, I guess? Well, no, because
Yeah,
electric would mean the wires. I don't mean the
yeah,
wires.
electric
I mean,
means wiring. No,
yeah.
you're definitely going to be here.
Okay,
And
light
and
rehab.
from what you're telling me, you're probably going to be on the lower side. You're probably at like $10, $15 a square foot. But I'm confused. What kind of deal is it?
This is seller finance.
So why are you deducting rehab?
I'm because I just like to CYA and make sure I'm ready before it
Oh,
comes.
all right. Good for you.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, but yeah, that's how you do it. You're probably on the, because you got to remember too, you're looking for a different type of investor. A cash buyer, a fix and flipper, they're the ones who care what the ARV is because that's the number they're trying to hit. They want to make the property that they're about to buy from you worth that much. So they're going to figure out how much rehab they need to put in it to hit that number. A buy and hold they don't care. So
Gotcha.
they're not going to put top of the line stuff in the property. They're going to make it nice, but livable. And the idea behind that is they know that as soon as somebody moves out, they're going to have to put all that stuff back in anyway. Even if it's a really good tenant, very clean, dirty carpets, scuffs on the wall, painting is painting, patching holes, things break here and there. They're going to have to do it all over again anyway. So they're not going to put a $2,500 Samsung refrigerator in a rental. They're just not going to. Even in Beverly Hills, California, they're not going to do that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Especially in Beverly Hills, California, they're not going to do that.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Does anyone else have a question?
Beverly Hills is like a different story, Sean.
Yeah, it's like New York. I see these TikToks where people are paying like $1,600 a month for essentially a closet underground in New York. Like it can fit a twin bed and a desk. That's it. Maybe a microwave and literally nothing else. So I stay away from areas like that.
It's like a nightmare. I mean, if you actually look in TikTok, like, oh my god, like I laugh so hard and besides, the rents they charge you isn't like 1,600. It's more like $3,000 a month for like that small of a room.
Yeah, I was trying.
More like in Manhattan almost.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'll never understand it, but people like to live there. So all right, each their own. I don't judge. But if that's all you guys got, then I will let you guys go. If you have any other questions, you can always hit me up in the Discord. And don't forget, the recording for this video will be uploaded tomorrow morning. You guys will be able to watch the recording if you need to.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, what's up, man?
How often do you do these video recordings? Because I just joined today and I like have no experience with this.
Which one did you join? Deal Sniper?
No, I joined the Discord just today, so I was just wondering, like, how often do you do these? Like,
No. That's what I mean. Which Discord did you join?
Oh, it was the Deal Sniper.
Okay, perfect. So for you guys, it's every day.
Every day, okay.
So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's at 6 p.m. Central, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's at 3:30 Central. And they're always recorded.
All right, well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem. And if you're new, go to the Discord. go to the video library channel or the navigation start here channel in the top left. Go to conversation close, and then watch the Deal Sniper 101 playlist. That'll answer 99% of every question you can think of.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
Not a problem. You too. All right. You guys have a great night. I will talk to you later. See ya.
Thank you, Sean.
No problem.